5 amazing facts about dogs you probably didn't know. Dogs are the ultimate doggy lifeguards in the world, and the human nature of the world is a very important part of the world that can make life for the better. The first thing that comes to our mind when we think about canines is the picture of a pet dog. It is not surprising, as pups are by far the most popular type of pets. But did you know that pets make up only the small part of the world's total canine population? It is rather hard to estimate how many dogs there are in the world today. That is because a vast number of them live as free-range pups, and the figures can't be determined accurately. According to the most recent estimations, there are approximately 900 million pooches around the globe. Dogs have a sense of time. Most dogs are never late for a meal, they know exactly where to be at the same time every day. They also know when to expect their owner home and, like clockwork, place themselves patiently at the door for that arrival. When you witness this behavior, you assume dogs have a sophisticated understanding of time. But what is time really like for a dog? They say a human year is equivalent to about 7 dog years. But what does this common theory tell us about a dog's perception of time? Actually, very little. The idea of dog years comes from the life expectancy of dogs compared to humans. So it wouldn't be correct to apply this idea to the concept of time perception. Dogs can get jealous. A new University of California study suggests dogs can exhibit jealousy. Study dogs acted jealous when their owners displayed affection to a fake dog. Experts say study is significant step forward in understanding pets' emotions. Sure, Fido is a brown lab. But inside, he may also be a little green. New research suggests that dogs can exhibit jealousy, a human emotion usually ascribed to squabbling siblings or the jilted third of a love triangle. A study by scholars at the University of California, San Diego found that dogs showed jealous behaviors when their owners displayed affection toward an animatronic stuffed dog that barked, whined and wagged its tail. The dogs snapped at and pushed against the stuffed dog and tried to get between it and the human. This may come as no surprise to any owner of multiple pooches who has seen them jostle for space on someone's lap. And it's not unusual for people to assign human feelings to their dogs, who's baleful. SALIKI, the world's oldest dog breed. The SALIKI is a dog breed that has been around for thousands of years. They became famous in history as dogs who were highly respected in the Middle East for their tremendous speed and ability to hunt gazelle over long distances and difficult terrain. According to Guinness World Records, the SALIKI is the world's oldest known breed of domesticated dog. Evidence traces the dog back to at least 5,000 years ago. Ancient images of SALIKIs have been found on seals, mosaic sculptures and tomb paintings at archaeological sites in many areas of the Middle East. The name SALIKI is believed to be derived from the ancient city of Salik in Yemen. The dogs traveled throughout the Middle East with nomads and were used to hunt and kill gazelle and other quarry in the desert over deep sand and rocky mountains. The dogs were held in such great esteem that they were referred to as El-Hor, the noble, by the Arabs, and were bred as carefully as the famous Arabian horses, with endurance and speed in mind. Dogs do dream. Many people believe that dogs do dream. Most dog owners have noticed that at various times. During their sleep, some dogs may quiver, make leg twitches, or may even growl or snap at some sleep-created phantom, giving the impression that they are dreaming about something. At the structural level, the brains of dogs are similar to those of humans. Also, during sleep, the brainwave patterns of dogs are similar to that of humans and go through the same stages of electrical activity observed in humans, all of which are consistent with the idea that dogs are dreaming. Actually, if dogs didn't dream, this would be a much Greater surprise given that recent evidence suggests that animals that are simpler and less intelligent than dogs seem to dream. Matthew Wilson and Kenway Louie of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology have evidence that the brains of sleeping rats are dogs' wet noses. You probably know the feeling of a dog's cold, wet nose pressing against your skin. And if you're a pup parent, you have no doubt cleaned countless nose prints from every glass surface in your house. But have you ever wondered why your dog's nose is wet? The wetness of a dog's nose comes from a mixture of saliva and mucus, says Dr. Anita Guo, a veterinarian at the Beaumont Sainsbury Animal Hospital in London. A dog's nose secretes its own thin layer of mucus, and dogs add even more mucus and saliva by licking their noses frequently. The details may be a little icky, but having a wet nose serves a few vital functions for dogs. First, keeping their noses moist helps dogs regulate their body temperature, says Guo. Dogs don't have sweat glands all over their bodies like we do, so they rely on sweat glands in their noses and the pads of their feet to help maintain a safe internal temperature. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget subscribing.